Welcome to the webinar tonight. My name is Mike Wood. I'm going to be your presenter, and we are going to be talking today about consignment items. And through this, I hope also to show how important it is and how simple it should be to create a listing quickly. I realize not everybody is as skilled with the computer as I am here, and there are some who are more skilled than I am, honestly. And so keep that in mind. Your learning curve might be a little different with computers, and that's okay. You do the best you can. But as you continue doing it, you'll improve. Okay. So let's see if we can get these items up. Now, normally I do my listings through, or my images I do through see if I can get trying to get a good picture of this item. But normally I'll upload my images through Dropbox automatically, but my Dropbox has been filling up, and so I may not be able to do that here. I might have to email them to myself and do it a little different. So I'm taking the images here, and what I'd like to do actually, and maybe we can find a timer online here. So let's see. I don't know if this no, this is not going to be what we want. Online stopwatch. We'll try that. So I'd like to just kind of have an option like this where we can show this. There we go. All right, so we'll start and just kind of see how, what kind of time it takes to get this all together and what it should take. Now, of course, keep in mind that I'm talking and explaining things through this, so that makes a little bit of difference. But while I'm talking, I'm gathering the product here and taking the pictures and everything of the items that I have available too. So it should be fairly effective time spent here. So let's get a picture of contents of the box. Get a picture of I'm doing a helmet right now. I've got a motorcycle helmet that I'm listing. And so I'm just taking a few different pictures of it as we go through this. And this is an item that I got on consignment from a friend of mine that I know, a business contact and friend. And this is an item that he wanted me to sell for him, and so we're putting it up for him. And because it's a new item in new condition and a high-end, high-quality type of item, I want to make sure to get multiple different pictures, different angles and stuff like that. So I'm going to be taking pictures from different perspectives here. So that everybody can see all angles of it. All right. And one shot the inside here. Okay. So now I've got several images there. I'm going to quickly just put this helmet back into the cloth bag that it came with. Cinch it up, put it back in the box. And normally with my Dropbox, I would go to the computer and these images would be uploaded to the Dropbox, and you'd be seeing that up in the corner of the screen right now. But I haven't been paying attention to the screen, and I'm not sure if that's happening, but from my understanding, it's probably not not happening. So and there's a question in here, are you taking photos with a camera or a phone camera? This is my phone that I'm using here. So now I'm just going to go and attach it to share it through my Gmail app, send it to myself, and just put a quick subject in there of helmet. And then I've got to go in and add as attachments each of the other items, images here. And I do actually have an option to add multiples at once. So there we go. All right, and then send. So it took me 4 minutes to take my images there and to get all of these items ready. Now we're going to go to eBay, and we're going to just do a search for this item. Come on, eBay. And of course, my internet has to slow down for me. We'll see which of these. One of them will go. There we go. All right, so Shoei helmet, XL, size, and we'll go ahead and see if we have the same item. There we go. That's the item right there that we have. All right, so we're going to go to completed listings. So we can see there are 1,544 listings that are active. Completed listings, there are 544. And out of the 544, only 59 sold. So this is not going to be a high selling item. However, it is going to be a high priced item, between $500 to $600. We want to do look only at new items, which brings us down to just 39 items, and look at the prices on those. And the type of helmet that we have here is selling for $400 to $600. That actually looks a lot like our helmet right there. So what I'm going to do is I want to leave this window open so that I can look at the items here, but then start my own listing. And that looks a lot like it, I think. So let's I'm just going to right-click that, open link in new tab. And that'll bring us into the listing. So now we're in the listing designer. We've got our category already chosen for us, and I can go in here and check out the details on this. It looks like it's a Neotech helmet from what my notes say here. I'll pull out the paperwork and let's see what documentation I have here. All right. Pin lock lens. User manual. Yeah, Neotech. Looks like that's perhaps the model of the helmet. So I'm going to get rid of this stuff here and say Neotech. It is XL. Neotech motorcycle helmet, white, XL. Pin lock, fog free lens. Flip up lens. Fog free flip. How do they do that? Okay, so flip up. Just two different words. Up lens. And you can see I've still got words available that I could use. So I can come back here and look at these to see what other key phrases they're using. Did I get white in there? I do have white, so I'm covered with that. I could put new in there, full face, modular. I could put that in there. So that might be good. Full face, and that's going to fill it out right there. And this, I believe, is Neotech. Gender is irrelevant, really, but we'll just go ahead and say unisex. Size is XL. And color is white. Okay, so we've done all of our item specifics. So now we need to go get the images, and I've sent those here in email, so I can just quickly download all of my images. And we'll put those in downloads. It's a zip file, so I've got to open it, unzip it, and then I'll have those images available to go in here and upload. Downloads, there's my helmet file. Here are all my images. And with this version of the eBay app, I can upload all of them at once. And we can choose which image we want to be our first image by dragging it over. We'll take that one and move it over. And then I'm going to work on this. Now, again, this is a $500 item. I'll make 10 to 20% on that. I've got a special deal I'm doing with this gentleman for consignment. Normally, I would just do like a straight 20 or 30% on consignment items. And then we're going to work on the brightness and contrast a bit here, make that stand out. There we go. I'm going to pull this one over next, and we'll work on that one and just clean that up. Okay. Now, of course, if we were doing an item here that was from a retail store or something, this would be a lot quicker. We wouldn't have to do all of this updating and stuff. But since I've got a consignment item, then this is what we've got to work through. And so it takes just a little bit longer to do it. And this was the contents of the inside of the box that I'm going to go ahead and show, just so people are aware that these items come with the helmet as well. Got a picture of the helmet in its bag. And most of the time, this adjustment in eBay will really clean up those images pretty well. And you can end up with a fairly clean, crisp image. With proper daytime lighting, you can even get these images to look almost professional. We're not quite in that type of setting right now with me being indoors with the lighting that I have at night right now. So, but still not bad. I've got a large piece of white paper that I can take my pictures on. That one's actually a little blurry. Here's our inside of the helmet. This one, the flash actually went on. And upload. Now I need to get my Neotech gloss white modular full face motorcycle helmet. That's really that looks like the one that I have. I think if we look at go in and see if we can get a little bigger view of some of those images. That one right there. Yeah, see that is the almost identical to that right there. It's got that little vent up top. So yeah, I think that is the helmet that we're looking at. Here's the other side. It is the exact same helmet. That is the helmet. Okay, and that one sold for $583.19. Well, guess what I'm going to list mine for? How about 580? What was it? 583.19. I will accept offers, and we'll see if my friend is willing to let it go for one of those offered prices. We're going to we're not going to do anything different for global shipping. We're using the global shipping program to ship it globally. Okay, now I've got to get my information for my listing. Where are we? At 15 minutes here. So I've got my eBay details saved here, so we can copy and paste that over. Right there. And then we want to have a the details of the item as well. Copy that. Paste it. Title. And we'll just replace the title there. So the only other thing I have now is to go to Google and do a search for the item and see if we can find a page that has the details about the item. And there we are. Product information right there. I'm just going to copy that detail right here, and I'm going to put it right there. Item condition. Item is brand new. Box only opened to take pictures for this listing. And we don't need to worry about the rest of that. That's usually for my surplus items. all my details are there: returns, feedback, payment, shipping, 100% satisfaction guaranteed. There we are. I'll put a note up here. This is a consignment item from a friend. The item is brand new in the original box with all paperwork. Okay. There is a very small defect or scuff on the top of the helmet, about 1 millimeter by 1 centimeter. There we are. That's my entire listing ready to go. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pictures in it. My description, all my details there. I'm not going to worry about the weight of this specifically. We'll get that later. It's approximately that big, and I always accept returns based on my information. Okay. My terms that I state here. You must include variations when using revise, relist, or self-similar. All right, so there's a problem that I didn't anticipate. This individual who was doing this listing, they had options on there. See, they've got small, medium, large, extra large, and I didn't have that in mine. And so because of that, and because I did sell similar, they're saying, hey, you're gonna have to do all the same exact way that the other one was. So I have to start this over, and I'll put it in a different item here, and just quickly copy and paste everything over to that one that doesn't use variations, because I don't want to offer any variations. New with tags, UPC, I'm going to put NA because I'm not sure if I have it or not. Show a modular full face helmet, Neotech, good. Gender men, all right, fine. Gloss white, manufacturer part number, I don't know. Is that over here? Extra large, it doesn't look like that is listed in here, so I'm not going to worry about that. We're going to get rid of that. Size XL, and country of manufacturer is Japan, and so we'll go ahead and list that. All right, and then the photos, I've got to do the same thing, unfortunately, that I had done before, and pull all of those up here and update them. While that's uploading, I'll just go and grab everything from my description here. Copy and paste that over. 583.19. I only have one, not 21. It's not going to be first class. It's going to be economy shipping because I'm offering free shipping. And there's not going to be any alternative for international, and returns accepted. And the box is about 14 by 12 by 12. And it's, I don't know, somewhere in there. All right, and so now all we've got to do is worry about the images here and crop those real quick and put those in to this listing. So for all intents and purposes, realistically, if we were to, to say we didn't have to go through that there, 20 minutes, we have an item completed. That is a consignment item worth $500. And so when you've got an item worth that much, it's important to go ahead and take a lot of pictures. Some of your photos are invalid, did not import successfully. Well, why not? So something they don't like about the photos. I guess I do need to go ahead and finish those then. So we'll do that and see what is happening here. All right, there we are. This one here had an image or had an error, and so whatever that one is, looks like it was probably the nope, the insides of the box are over there. So I'm not sure what caused that. So we'll finish this. So one important thing, a lesson that you might learn here also is that consignment can be a way for you to start. If you don't have items yourself, tell people what you're doing. Let friends and neighbors know, and you might find this. This was just he's a friend of a friend, and he does some special neck therapy stuff for my wife and I. And well, we were talking to him and getting to know him a bit, and he was working on it. He was asking us questions about what we do, and I told him about my eBay and how I do mostly surplus stuff. And he said, "Gosh, I've got a whole bunch of stuff that I'd love for you to sell. I don't know how to sell on eBay. I don't want to mess with it. Will you sell it for me?" And so we ended up, working together to make this work. So, all right. So there we are. I think we've got all the images that it's going to take for us, and we'll upload those. And so this was one of the items that he offered me. Okay. I apologize. I had another question or two out there. Had a question. What are you copying the eBay details from? I have my eBay details saved in a Google Doc. So this is Google Docs, Google Drive, where I have that stuff saved. So if you just go to your Google account, your Gmail account, under this little box of squares up here, you've got your Google Apps, and underneath that is Drive right here. And so I save mine there, and it copies over nice and clean without any garbage that you get from. You must include variation. Oh, it's still giving me the same thing. So these guys must have had variations too. That's a real bummer. So what we might do there is it's saying you have to have variations. No cost shipping and expedited shipping. So we could do that perhaps, and maybe it'll let us go. So I overlooked that little bit about the variations. Each of these had variations on them, and if you do a sell similar, then you're stuck having to do some kind of variation on there. So and so we have to, and then you've got an option to put in a different price for each of those, which is really kind of a royal pain. So no cost shipping, we're going to say is 0, and save that, and then the next one says it has to be 99 cents. All right, so I'm going to have to start all over with the different listings, so we'll work on that. Okay. All right, so Um, so unfortunately, you got to be careful about that when you're doing a sell similar kind of item. So we're going to back up here and see if we can find one that doesn't have that, just to show you how to properly start it. And that one was opened separate, so it's not going to work. We can do a save for later over here, and then we'll just go back and see if I can get back to the listings. So this might get me into the right category. I can click sell one like this, and apparel and merchandise, motorcycle helmets. There we go. This one doesn't have anything about listings, so then I could go and create the listing. So unfortunately, we ran into a few snags that made that a little longer than I generally like when I'm presenting information. But with a consignment item like that, when you're taking your own pictures, it may take you a little longer to complete a listing, and that's okay if it's got the value. Now, if this were a $10 item, I'm not going to spend that kind of time. Okay, so just let's see if I've got another one here that wouldn't have the same kind of value to it that we can do to show you the difference between the two of running a faster listing. And I've got a box of some different items here. And unfortunately, I think most of these are high-end, high-priced items, but we'll check another one and see what kind of parts we have here. So this is a FH and AB9 part number. See if that brings anything up, and sure enough, there it is, $91. What about completed listings? Completed listings, no. And so we've got just the one. So it's a Throttlemeister BMW with heated grips and hand guards. Okay. So what we could do is just do this Throttlemeister with heated grips, and we could do another search for it here, and we have 4 listings coming up, so a little bit more. What about completed? What we ought to do is clear this and start over. All right, so here we've got that's good. Is that the same item? Yes, it looks like it is the exact same item that I have in here. Okay. And so 75 bucks, 160 bucks, 81, 165. So these are similar items, 165. The price on the box here says 140. So what I'm going to do is do a sell one like this. And okay. So we've got a new one here, Throttlemeister Cruise Control. Cruise control for motorcycles, yes. For BMW R1100 GS. And I had a piece of paper with some notes on it from this gentleman that I probably left out in my car, so don't worry about it. I've got enough on the box here, I think that'll work. R1100, what's the item number? Does it have that? Right there. Part number is FH and percent AB9. BMW, I've got another number here that we will put up here. F650GS. With heat, with handguards, adapter kit. Okay. And this may be one that I will get a stock photo of the item. This is a new part. I do not have a UPC, so I'll put NA in there. Right there. Bar ends, left, rear, right, front, Throttlemeister stainless steel. Warranty no, Throttlemeister manufacturer part number. Okay. So for the images on this, I'm going to take this and do a search there and look at images on Google. And looks like it's these right here. But we need some larger versions, so we're going to go into advanced search. I'm going to go to larger than 640 by 480. That should give me a big enough image to make it work. All right, and unfortunately, that's not going to work fast enough to get an image. So I'm actually going to take an image of that, take my own images and put it in there. Again, go over to my eBay details here on the Google Doc, paste those in there. I'm going to put this at 137. I'll accept offers. 1 is the quantity. I'm going to do free shipping, and this is not going to go first class. It's too heavy, but it will go in a legal flat rate envelope, no problem. And so I could probably, if I wanted to search around a little bit more, I could probably find images for that, but rather than spending the time searching, I'll go ahead and take my own pictures because I'm not too concerned about it. You know, there's the item right there. Not the greatest image, honestly. eBay, Compact. So you could check a few of these different sites out here to see if you could get an image. I don't like that they don't, you know, they have the different variations there because mine is just the silver on it. And so I'm not quickly and easily going to find an image of this unique item, so I'm going to go ahead and just do my own picture for it. Okay, that one might work right there. Nope, that's not big enough, so we're not going to worry about that. And then I would just complete the listing once I've got those images in there. My title, I'll go like that in here. And this is the same kind of deal with the consignment. So if I come in here to this item and pull that out of my description there, right there, just take that basic stuff and put it in there. Item is brand new. And there we go. Okay. So all I've got is the images left. I'm at 6 minutes, 7 minutes. Okay. Not too bad. So that gives you a couple of examples of consignment items here tonight. I am going to go ahead and end the webinar with that. If you have any questions, please let us know.